Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Nazo. I know I gave you guys a big tease last time, so we're just going to go into this. We just went into a field with Anna. She's got a canister of gasoline, a box of matches, and apparently something that I don't know. It's either going to go one of two ways, I think. It's either going to be firecrackers or Grace's body. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, so let's find out, shall we? Anna, this is... On the ground are a few post-it notes, a pair of shoes, but mostly clothes. They're going to burn Grace's stuff. Okay. I'd seen them before. They had belonged to someone I knew. Who? Someone I had known an eternity ago, too long ago to remember. But I knew these things were important. You know what this is? Yes. I shouldn't? It's fine if you still recognize them. Completely fine. You're not mad? I'm not mad. Give me that. Anna grabbed the gas canister from my hands. She poured the gas out onto the clothes and shoes and post-it notes, down to the last drop. She then tossed the canister aside and stepped away. The canister made a tinny, empty sound as it hit the concrete. Tunk, tunk. After that, there was silence. Anna? Should I... What do you think you should do? Are you really not mad? Do you do what you think you need to do, Jack. And do it quick. It's growing dark and I didn't bring a flashlight. So I did what I thought I needed to do. I lit a match. It took me 3 tries to get it right because of my clumsy fingers. Cradling the little fire with my hands, I brought it over to her things. They were wet and stank of gasoline. I held the lit match above them. Why are you hesitating? Don't you want to do this? I don't know. I needed to do what Anna wanted me to do, but the thought of doing it made me want to lie down and cry. I couldn't explain why those things were so dear to me. They just were. The flame had almost reached my fingers. Anna, I don't think... Do it! I dropped the match. The little fire touched the gasoline and bloomed. The sudden heat made me step back. Those things, those shoes and clothes and little yellow notes were already crackling and turning into charcoal. Anna stood by me. I waited for her to scold me, but she didn't. She put her hand in mine, our fingers interlocked. You did well. I did? Yes. When it came down to it, you did what you should. I'm proud of you. A warmth filled my chest. My worry for those scattered pieces of nothing on the ground faded away. I was with the love of my life, and she loved me and was proud of me. How could I care about some... I couldn't even remember what it had been anymore. Old clothes? Whatever. Anna giggled. Oh no. It made me so glad to see Anna happy. I pulled her closer. After a good minute of laughing, she sighed as if spent and looked up at me. Wasn't that fun? Yep. The things on the ground had already gone out. They were black and unrecognizable. Let's go back home. Okay, Anna. You're so happy, aren't you? And why wouldn't you be? I'm happy too. The happiest I've ever been. Me too. This is the happiest I've ever been. Really? Yep. Thank you, Jack. That means the world to me. We went away hand in hand. But before we walked out into the grass again, I looked back one last time at the things I had burned. Something moved at the edge of my vision, up in one of the glassless windows. I looked again, but it was gone. This place is dangerous. Are there people here? Ah, you know what? There just might be. Bad people. We should get home as soon as we can. Yeah, home, where it's safe. What is happening? Okay, I hope she had a good look at us burning all that trash of hers. At Jack burning it. God, I'm so proud of him it hurts. I can't believe I miscalculated though. I thought Grace was gone for good. Huh. But then there she was, in our hallway, asking where Jack was and what I had done with him. All this was while Jack was right on the other side of the door. Can you imagine what would have happened if I wasn't there? She would have knocked on the door or rung the doorbell, and she probably would have called out too. It would have scared Jack so badly, I can't bear to think about it. Thankfully, I wasn't wrong about everything to do with her. She hadn't called the police. I knew she wouldn't. But I just didn't think she'd come back at all. She was so scared as a little lamb. Her hands shook while she demanded why I tell her what happened to Jack. He can't be in there, can he? She stepped forward, but then I put myself between the door and her, and she backed off again. I wonder how she didn't pee herself. She was so scared. Jack doesn't want to see you. What are you doing to him? No one's seen him since I went away. It's like he disappeared. He's been in here the whole time? God, what are you doing to him? Be quiet. She was making so much noise. I put a hand on her shoulder. I had to see if she had the guts to slap it away. She just stood there. Jack is perfectly fine. He's happy and he doesn't want to see you again. I know he probably hates me now, but at least let me see him. I have to at least see him again. So annoying. Loneliness has made her desperate, unpleasant. That's what being by yourself does. Look at dear Jack. We've only been together for a short while and he's already such a sweetheart. And he was so prickly before. If you see him now, he'll tell you he hates you. Do you really want that? No, I don't want that, but then go away. It's as simple as that, don't you think? Even someone like you should understand. Why are you so... I thought we were... She swallowed hard. I have to see him. Anna, please. Being alone made you... Oh, wow, okay. What? Or did it? Were you lonely after all? It really makes me wonder. With how little money you took with you, I was sure you'd be living on the streets. But you're clean. You don't smell more than usual. I'm living with a friend. What does it matter? That's a lie. You don't have any friends. Grace gritted her teeth and glared at me. She wanted to run away in shame. She's so simple. So obvious, but she couldn't leave with Jack so close. So, where are you staying? Wow. Yeah. Who are you with for rent? I'm not... Is that wrinkly old man you worked with? It's nothing like that. I am living with Don, but I'm not... Oh, aren't you? Then how are you paying back his hospitality? You don't have any money. You quit your job too. I checked. I'm not paying back anything. Don't be shy. Oh, screw you. Move. How violent. It's a good thing I separated her and Jack when I did. Any more of this girl's influence and who knows what could have happened. She tried to shove past me, but I had a little surprise in my pocket. Anna, that's... Yup. So don't you dare touch me again. I might do something bad. I pressed the knife against the side of her neck. It drew blood. I couldn't help myself. But it wasn't a lot. I'm not going to kill someone out in the open like that. I'm not stupid. Grace stood petrified. You can't do this. You'll call the cops? No, you won't. They won't believe you. They never do. Right? She didn't lash out for once. She must have finally realized how useless it was to try. She shuffled away. I waved her off. It's only polite. She didn't even look back. Okay. But then she kept following me around, even after that. What a stalker. So I had Jack burn her things. I know she was watching. It was beautiful. Now she'll back off for good. I'm back. Welcome back. Hey, easy, you'll trip. The moment she touched me, those long hours of waiting were painted over by warmth. It made me so happy. What happened to him since the last time we saw him in the hospital? I don't understand. Like, was she experimenting on him and then he escaped and he didn't remember any of that? And now she's like claiming back her research subject? I don't know. I'm so curious because I have no idea where this plot can go. Something smells good. Is it dinner? Yes. Oh, you remembered. I'm so glad. Remembered what? I'd made a casserole. Anna set the table and I served it. That was really tasty, Jack. Thank you. I wasn't happy with the meal. It was tasteless and the meat was tough. But Anna said she liked it. She was so kind. I wish I could help more. What do you mean? With money, I guess. I was being serious, but she laughed. That made me feel a bit stupid. Oh, Jack, money's no problem at all. I told you I already got a lot saved up, and the rent here is nothing. Oh, okay. Anna hummed contentedly. A minute later, she stopped. There is something you can do, actually. Really? Yes, really. But I'm not sure if you'd be up to it. Anything. I'll do anything for you. Okay, then. What is it? How can I help? Wait until before bedtime, okay? I nodded. When I heard what she wanted me to do, I didn't take it well. I was angry, furious. I felt betrayed. You want me to... Yes, I do. But no. You said I'd never have to remember anything. You promised. I got up from the bed and started pacing from wall to wall, never looking at Anna. What she said hurt. How could you lie like that? Oh, baby. Please don't hate me. I was shivering with anger. I thought I might faint, but I didn't hate her. I couldn't. I stopped walking and faced her. I know I said what I said, but this is important. Don't you believe me? There was only one thing I could say. Yeah, I believe you. Thank you, Jack. I love you. I love you too. And I'm sorry. Don't say you're... Hearing Anna say she was sorry for some reason was like a punch to the gut. It tugged at my memory. She always said... I know. But that's not what I'm telling you to remember. You must never remember that woman. Forget all you have left of her. Then, what I want you to recall goes much, much further back. It won't be easy, but when you do, when you remember, our love will be the deepest it's ever been. Don't you want that? I do. I love you. I want that. I want to love you even more. Tell me what I should remember. Anna embraced me with happy tears in her eyes, but she wouldn't tell me what I needed to remember. She said it would be pointless if she told me. I had to remember it all by myself. Anna ordered me to sit down in front of the alarm clock every day for at least an hour. I was to do this while she was at work. I was to have my eyes closed. I was to try digging back in my memories. Far, far back. I did as ordered. But the first time I tried, the very next day, it was all so foggy in my mind that I didn't even start. Thinking felt slow. It was like walking through molasses. I only made myself tired. Before I fell asleep sitting up, one last thought came to me. Was thinking always so hard? The second time, too, I gave up right away. I couldn't do it. But I promised Anna. The next day, I tried harder. My head hurt, and I felt like I was groping in the dark, scared and all alone. But I did it. I had promised Anna. I waded further in. A flash of a smile made my chest hurt, but I kept going. For love. Huh? Which one did I love? Which one did I hate? Things didn't used to be like this, did they? This feels wrong. Something went terribly wrong. I need to make sense of it. Ooh. Days later, while going back in my memory, I reached a wall. A dam. I felt I shouldn't try to climb over it, so I didn't. There were things out there I didn't want to see. So I went back to the puddle I'd been searching through. It was a stew of love and fear and hate, given and taken seemingly at random. It was a mess. But it was a mess in my head. I would make it make sense. I thought the red background was gonna be something crazy. Jack! Yes, Anna? I'm going to work. Aren't you going to say bye? Okay, so chapter 6 changed. Oh, bye, Anna. So is this before, this must be before the injury, right? It has to be. It has to be before that. because he remembers everything when he's in the hospital. And a goodbye kiss? We kissed. Anna placed a hand on my forehead. Are you okay? You might have a fever. I can give you something for that. I smiled. I'm okay. It's just... What is it? Trouble? You can tell me anything. Do you know that sandwich shop? Which one? Next to the... Next to the store? I nodded. You want a sandwich from there? Yeah. If that's okay. Well, there is a huge line there. Please, Anna. It would mean a lot to me. Oh, how can I resist? Of course, darling, I'll get you anything. What kind of sandwich do you want? Anything you pick. I'll get you something light. You're not getting much exercise. I don't want you to get fat. Is that all right? Yep. Great. And don't forget your remembering session. You've been doing those, right? Yeah. And? I frowned and shook my head. Nothing yet? Oh well, it's not even been 2 weeks yet. You'll get there soon. I'm sure you will. Yeah, I will. Anna pinched my cheek, kissed me again, and left. And I went and threw up in the toilet. Oh, God. I brushed my teeth and washed my mouth 3 times over. I can't go on like this. I couldn't keep living here. I waited 10 minutes until I was sure Anna was gone. Then I pulled back the heavy curtains. Down on the street, there was a single person looking sad and abandoned. I waved at her. She looked up and nodded and walked into the building. Is that Grace? Hi, Jack. I was so happy to see her I wanted to cry. Grace. We'd started seeing each other in secret 5 days ago. I knew how long exactly. I'd started to count the days again. That big cloud of confusion in my brain was gone. I wasn't Anna's dog anymore. It was Anna's own fault. What else did she expect, having me dig around my past like that? But it was scary how close I'd come to letting go. If things were a bit different, I might have kept on being a half-mute idiot forever. And I never would have let Grace inside. When I first heard Grace's voice again, I thought I'd finally snapped. I thought I was hallucinating. But I opened the door and there she was. Grace? Grace, I'm so happy to see you. I thought... After your message, I thought I'd never... Don't say that. Don't say anything, just for a minute. We put our arms around each other. We'd only been apart for a few weeks, but so many things had happened that it felt like years. I knew it. You don't hate me. I didn't know what she was talking about, and I didn't really care. Only one thing mattered right now. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I'd been working up the courage to leave ever since I'd become myself again. As stupid as it seemed, I was afraid of going outside. But with Grace here, I could leave. I could do anything. We can't. Huh? You're not gonna leave here. Not yet. Why not? Do you have any idea what it's like for me in here? I can't imagine, Jack, and I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. You knew how dangerous Anna was right from the start. That's all the more reason to get the hell away. I told you, not yet. This isn't something we can run away from. I so wish we could just pack up and leave, but Anna's gonna follow us wherever we go. Oh, come on! I stomped on the ground like an angry child. Grace was right. Anna followed me here. If we left now, she'd do it again. We have to report her to the... No, Jack. No police. They'd trust her first 1,000,000 times over. I guess they would. Besides, I wasn't even sure if she'd done actually anything illegal. But what then? What do we do? I don't know. Why is this happening to us? Even as we talked, we kept our ears to the hallway. We both knew Anna was work, but the slightest echo of a footstep was enough to make us jump. Why can't she just leave us alone? What does she even want from you? I think I might have a clue. I told Grace about how Anna was trying to make me remember stuff from years ago. But it was so long ago. Anything could have made her obsessed with me. Jack. What? I'm sorry to say this. I know you always hated it when I did. What is it? I had a good feeling what she'd say. I didn't like it. You really do have to remember. I pinched the bridge of my nose. There was like a big headache coming on right behind the eyes. I know. We can't win against her like this. Not when she knows so much more than we do. I know, alright? Do you think you can do it? I don't want to do it. But I think I can. I've never tried. Not seriously. Not since those first few days. Good. Please do try. And thank you for not giving in, Jack. I know it must be hard. Do you need anything from the outside? I could sneak something in. I don't have a lot, but... No, I don't need anything. And it keeps me well fed. I put as much contempt into those words. Are you doing alright, though? Oh, sorry, you don't have any money, do you? I think Anna's got some stashed somewhere around here. Grace refused. We can't risk her noticing. And besides, I'm doing okay. I'm staying with a friend. They're a big help. Oh. Alright then. So she'd landed on her feet. It made me happy to hear that. I'll be going now, Jack. What, already? Anna won't be home for hours. She's not supposed to. We've got to be careful. And being here at all is making me so nervous I could die. You're right. Besides, we'll have plenty of time to spend together once this is over. Yeah, just us two. We looked at each other lovingly. Uh-oh! Then a door slammed shut somewhere in the building. I really need to go. Bye, Jack. Bye, Grace. I love you. I wonder if it was still okay for me to tell Grace I loved her, but the words went and said themselves. Grace stood on her tiptoes to kiss me on the cheek. I love you too. Oh, why do I feel like something bad's about to happen? Well, I know something bad's about to happen, but like it's going to be worse than I could ever imagine. Locking the door after her was one of the most difficult things I'd ever done. But seeing her had given me the courage I needed. I felt like I could do anything. And now here we are, 5 days later, 2 secret meetings later. I couldn't go on. Grace, I'm sorry. You can't stay here anymore? I really, really can't. I'm at my limit. No, I'm way past my limit. I'm surprised I've still got it together. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Have you made any progress? It was an echo of Anna's constant questioning. But Grace wasn't doing it on purpose, I told myself. I kept my anger in check. No, nothing. I can't remember anything from that time. It's like one big blind spot. I can't do it. I'm hopeless. If you say it's really hopeless, then I guess it's no use at all. You said the same thing last time, but I still made you try. It's my fault you're in so much pain. It's not your fault. It's hers. I heaved a sigh. I need to pack a few things. Wait here. I'll be ready in 5. That's a no again. What? You can't mean... I want you to stay here, Jack. There's no way I can. Just a little bit more, I promise. She came up to me and felt my upper arms. You're so thin now. But you could still hold her down, right? A chill went over me. What do you mean? Aren't we running away? We can't run away. She'll find us again, and then what? I can't live like that, always afraid. I'm sure you can't either. So you're going to... She couldn't mean... Grace whispered a yes. No, it's wrong. It's plain wrong. Yeah, it is. But what else is there to do? She's backed us into a corner. It's practically self-defense. I guess if you look at it that way. No, absolutely not. My head pounded at the temples. I'm so happy you agree. I so wish we could do it today, but I need to prepare. Can you stand being here until tomorrow evening? Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Tomorrow Anna has a morning shift, and she'll be back by early afternoon. Let's go for 6 o'clock. Okay? Okay. 6 o'clock. Please have her immobilized by then. Immobilized? How? I was already swept up in this plan. I didn't think twice about what Grace said anymore. The more immobilized, the better. If he just sat on her, that'd be alright, I guess, but tying her down would be a big help. And if you could knock her out, that would be amazing. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. I'll be outside in the hallway. When she's all tied up or passed out or whatever, shout so I know it's safe, okay? All right. And then what will you do then? To answer, Grace took a small knife out of her pocket. She turned it in her hand a few times. Only then did I realize the full weight of what she would do. And only then did I realize that she didn't seem bothered by it. Grace, what happened? What do you mean? This isn't like you. The Grace I know. I hesitated. What did Anna do to you? Grace's mood seemed to evaporate. She pressed her face against my chest. She did a lot. I felt like I was dirt, and I promised myself that that would never happen again. The knife was still in her hand. It looked so sharp. She took you from me too. That's the one thing I really can't forgive. Imagine how happy we'd be if she never existed. I put my arms around her. I get it. Then let me do it. Give me the knife. I don't want to see you do this. Maybe I'll be able to work something out, I thought. Maybe it won't have to lead to bloodshed. I hated the sight of blood. I'm sorry, Jack. This is something I have to do. No, it's not just that. The truth is, I want to do it myself. It's like nothing will ever feel right again if I don't do it. Grace put a hand on my chin. I leaned in closer, but she stopped before we kissed. I love you, Jack. I love you too. Her skin felt hot. She was giving off heat like a furnace. Are you scared? Yeah. Please, don't be. One day, we'll look back at this and laugh. You know, how we murdered somebody. Who's manipulating who? Everyone's manipulating each other. That's all I can really say or do. I wake up with a bitter taste in my mouth. One day, we'll look back and laugh. I'm sure as hell not laughing now. That's a good thought to have. What the? Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up on me like that. You should laugh as much as you can, you know? It helps reduce stress. It's hard to find things funny with you around. Do you have to come here so often? I see more than enough of you in my dreams. That long, shameful month I spent with her keeps coming to me while I sleep. It's souring my mood. I can't even pretend around Anna anymore. Maybe I should write about that in the journal after all. No, screw that. Be too embarrassing to write it down. Jack, that's so sweet. Huh? What is? So you dream about me. I have dreams about you too, every night. Yeah, but mine are nightmares. Looks like someone's cranky from just having woken up. You better not be so rude to your doctor, though. He's not as nice as I am. He might kick you out if you misbehave. I've seen him do that. That's fine. I might be happier out on the street. Haha! Well, good old Dr. Squiggleface. The doctor comes along soon enough. He has good news for me, he says. It's looking good, Mr. Friday. Far better than before. Your blood pressure's fine, and the other things too. That's great news, doctor. My attention is split between what he's saying and what I see in his coat pocket. It's glinting. Is it a pen? No, it's not a pen, it's something else. My heart beats faster. Thankfully, I remember to ask an important question. So, when can I leave? Yeah, when are you going to release me? The doctor scratches his head and counts on his fingers. Wednesday next week. Next week? Yes. Wow, thanks, doctor. You're welcome. It's way earlier than I expected. I prepared myself for being here at least a few more weeks. Thank you so much. I thought he was being sarcastic. I thought he wanted to be released now. Here. I put out a hand for him to shake. After a second, he takes it. I pull him closer, and he stumbles, nearly sprawling across my bed. It's a very sloppy handshake. Sorry, doctor. My bad. He coughs. That's fine. You've really helped me. A lot. All in a day's work. So yes, next week. And then you've got rehab. Rehab, doc? Oh, yes. After you leave here, it's straight to physical rehab facility for you. We don't have an inpatient facility here, but there's a great one on the other side of town. I'm sending you there. I'm not going home? No, of course not. You'll end up hurting yourself or with a limp. Is that what you want? No, that won't do. That won't do at all. He jots down some notes. Wednesday. That's in 4 days. The nurses have been exercising you, right? They what? Huh? Exercising me? They haven't? He turns to Anna. What's this about, nurse? Excuse me? You should have been giving him some mild exercise. Well? You never told us that, doctor. Can't you tell by yourself? The doctor starts mumbling to himself while making more notes. Geez, I really have to do everything around here, don't I? No, that's fine. It's not like you're being paid to do these things or anything. And how long will I stay there, doctor? He raises his hand as he's giving up on me. It's always that with you, isn't it? Look, how long you'll stay at the facility is up to the people there. I can't tell you that. But don't hold your breath. I let out a laugh. Man, you're really gonna milk me dry, aren't you? I bet you've got to deal with the people over there too, doctor. Don't you know I'm poor as hell? He makes a grave face. The thought never crossed my mind. I live only to help people like yourself, Mr. Friday, so I don't appreciate hearing such accusations. I'd like you to be more careful about what you say. Understood? Understood. Good. And he rushes off, leather shoes creaking. Well then. Anna grabs hold of my right leg, the one that's isn't broken. Sorry, I was like, which one? Which one's she grabbing? Hey, what do you think you're doing? It's exercise. You remember what the doctor said, don't you? Right. Well, I suppose it's fine. She brings my knee up to my chest. The joints in my leg pop. It's stiff. I haven't used it in a long time. How is it? Any pain? No. A little sore, but it doesn't hurt. Okay. She brings my leg back down. I'll keep going then, if you don't mind. Keep going as you please. She repeats the whole motion, ever so gently. If this helps me walking faster, I'm fine with it. Mm-hmm. Her hands are on me. When she helps me fold up my leg, her neck is so close I could... How do you feel about what the doctor said? What did he say? That I'll be out of here by next week. I whisper so the other patients can't hear. How does that make you feel? Are you angry? Anna's smile doesn't break, but her fingers press against me more forcefully. I'm not angry, of course. It's nice that you're getting better. Oh, yeah? And I'd still visit you at the facility. I'm sure you will. Oh, but what if they're very strict about visiting hours? That'd be a bummer, wouldn't it? For the first time in so long, I feel like I have the upper hand. It's going to my head. And who knows? Maybe I'll tell them I don't want any visitors. To focus on your recovery? Yeah, of course. That's good. I want you healthy, darling. She stops exercising me mid-motion. I can wait. How long do you think I waited before? I'm a patient girl. Her fingers find their way up my inner leg. I can wait no problem. Because after this is done, you'll be mine again. All mine. Forever. I grab her by the wrist. My fingernails dig into her skin. Ouch. You're hurting me. Shut up. How come? What makes you so... I'm never living with you again. You know that? Oh, sweetie. You'll do as I say. Of course. You still have Grace. Well, yes, that's one reason. But there's one much dearer to my heart. Do you know what that is? I glare back. It's that you love me. I don't. You do. You love me even if you don't know you love me. Deep down, you love me more than anything in the world, just like I love you. But you spent so long living with all these lies that you started believing them yourself. Don't worry, though. I'll help you remember all over again. She finally lets go of me. Get plenty of rest. You have a lot ahead of you. She goes away, leaving me to myself and to my broken body. That night, I dream of how I got to be like this. Oh, we're finally going to find out. Okay, I'm going to leave this episode right here. Not a pretty sight. Okay, because stuff's about to go down. We thought the gasoline thing was going to be bad, but this is going to be crazy. So we'll have to find that out next time. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed, and we'll find out how Jack got his leg broken in the next Nazo.